name is Cora and welcome to Craftopia, where we are creating a safe space for artists and crafters of all ages and experience levels to learn, create, explore, and grow. I'd like to invite you to check out our website at www.crafttopiawa.com, where you can learn more about our organization and vision and see a list of upcoming classes. You can also follow us on social media at CrafttopiaWA. Now, pull up a chair, get comfortable, and let's get crafty.
Hello, my crafty friends. Today we're going to be making some fun little spooky ghosties to get ourselves in the spooky season feeling. If you're using a kit from Craftopia, then you already have everything you need to make a couple of ghosties, but you're certainly welcome to get a pair of scissors and a pen, pencil, marker if you want to add a little extra fun and flair. And I'll show you how you can utilize those later, but they are not necessary in order to complete this craft. So you should have a couple of larger square pieces and then a couple of smaller rectangles. First thing you might want to do is go through and find any of these really loose little stringies and pull them off. Again, you don't have to if you like the look of the little strings hanging down. They do give a very good spooky effect to them. But if you have a lot of them or a big wad, I'd recommend going ahead and pulling them off. These are because instead of cutting the fabric, we tore it, and that's what gives it this cool rough edge, which I really do love for ghosties, as opposed to giving a clean cut edge. All right, for your gauzy fabric, both sides are going to be pretty much the same, but your other white fabric is going to have one side where the stripes are a little bit shinier than the other. So this is our shiny side of the fabric, that's the right side, and then you'll see on the back, you don't really see any shiny. If you don't like the shiny, you can certainly do that on the other side too. But we're going to flip it over so that the side we want facing out of our ghost is on our table. Then we're going to be using some of our stuffing. Now this stuff is really cool. It's actually recycled plastic. So it's made up of plastic bags and bottles that have been shredded down into these teeny weeny little wisps, and it makes really fun stuffing. And you get to utilize something that might otherwise go in the trash. So I'm going to pull kind of a big blob of it out. And you can make your head as big or as little as you want. And I'm just going to kind of scrunch it up, get an idea. Oh, he's going to have a big head. I like that. We're going to have one big-headed ghost. So once you have the size of head you want, you're just going to set it right in the middle of your cloth. Now we're going to try to squeeze him really tight. And we're going to pull up all 4 of our corners. And then we're going to figure out where our ball is, and we're going to try to kind of grab right at his neck. So we're going to squeeze it so that his head is as solid as possible. The more you stuff it, again, the bigger his head will be and the more solid it will be too. So now that I have it in here, I'm thinking maybe that's a little small for the rest of his body. I think I might add just a little bit more. Just a little more floof. Why not? All right. Pull up all of our corners. Flip him over. I'm going to give him a little bit of shaping here to make his head a little rounder. And because I am going to draw on his face at the end, I'm going to make sure I have at least one smooth place to draw on, because it's really hard to draw on some of the pokey nubbies. And I think I'm actually going to draw over on here. All right, so when you got his shape the way you want, you can use your rectangular piece. And we're going to just tie this around his neck like a scarf. Whoop. Just like that. And a single knot, so one side over the other, and tuck it through the loop, and then pull it as tight as you can. It should stay pretty well tightly closed with just a single knot, but if you're concerned, you can double knot it as well. And then I'm just going to fold those down, and now we have our fabulous little ghosty. So this is where, if you'd like to utilize some sort of writing utensil, I'm really not very good at drawing faces, but I'm going to give it my best go. You can do so. A ballpoint pen probably wasn't the best choice either, because they don't like to draw that well on fabric. But I didn't feel like going and grabbing a marker, so he's just going to, I guess, have very pale eyes. They're just slightly there in his ghostly fashion. Doot, doot. That one doesn't want to go at all. There we go. Got the ink flowing a little better. And then I'm going to make a really big O for his mouth. Oh! Ta-da! Now, if you want to hang your ghostie, another option you have is to actually tear your tie piece into smaller strips. This will also make his neck a little tighter. And to do that, you will need a pair of scissors. Unless you've got crazy strong hands, you might be able to just rip it. I'm going to use a pair of scissors, and all you got to do for this is just put a little teensy little, just a teeny snip. See, not even that far. I'm going to tear mine into 3 little pieces. And then once you have that, you grip right where it's torn. Don't grip down below. Right where it's torn. And it should just tear off. That one more time. Ta-da! All right, I'm going to use one of these skinny pieces. Ooh, let's get rid of some strings. I'm going to retie his face. Hopefully I don't mess up his eyeballs too much. And now he's going to have a little skinnier necktie. I'm going to double knot it this time because I'm going to then use one of these so that I have something to hang him from. So there's lots of different ways that you could do that. You can just tie it in the middle here. I'm actually going to go ahead and tie this into a loop. Just the same kind of tie I did there, only folded in half, and then pull it all the way down to the end. So now I've got this little loopy, and then I'm going to tie him one more time around the loop. And then he is ready to hang and scare away all of the bad, gloomy days and bad feelings so that hopefully all you're left with is just a happy little ghost. I hope you had fun making this craft. I can't wait to see what you create, and we'll see you again next time.
We hope you had a good time crafting with us today. If you have any questions regarding this project, feel free to leave a comment below or send us an email at info@crafttopiawa.com. And be sure to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss out on any future crafty goodness. Until next time!